term pay the ghost is a term that I've heard my whole life, right? I've heard it my whole life. It's something my grandmother has always said. You gotta pay the ghost. You gotta know when to pay the ghost, right? So I literally did not know what the fuck it meant until this weekend. I was just thinking about it, thinking about conversations I had with my grandmother when I was younger. I soaked up a lot of game for both my grandmothers, man. So I went and looked it up. I said, man, my grandmother was from the South, so, a lot of Southern black women, they have a lot of isms, man, a lot of good game. If your grandma wasn't giving you, if you had a black grandma from the South and she wasn't giving you no game, nigga, man, she did you a disservice. But I'm gonna tell you straight up. To pay the ghost means, it comes from the King James Bible, right? So the term to pay the ghost actually means that you let something die. So the term actually came from when Jesus was being crucified on the cross, and in the Bible said something along the lines like he's paying the ghost. So literally it means to die, but figuratively it could be you have something in your life that you need to let die. The ultimate decision that you'll ever make in your life outside of who you procreate with as a man, we already talked about that one, is knowing when to walk away from shit. Knowing when to walk away from shit. Now this was brought along to me because I started rewatching the show Ballers that was on HBO. It came out 10 years ago on HBO. If you're not familiar with it, the premise is this. Rocky Johnson, The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is a financial consultant for professional NFL players. And one of the characters is a young guy. This dude's probably about 24, 25. And he has a friend named Reggie. And Reggie, I just started rewatching this show last night with me and my wife. It reminded me of how when I was younger, I wasn't a professional football player. I wasn't a rapper. But I definitely had an opportunity where I came into a windfall of money and my friends around me were expecting me to stay down, right? Now, in the TV show, Reggie is holding his friend back. Because remember, Reggie's friend is a 25-year-old defensive tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. He's one of the best defensive players in the league. And he had a contract for $71 million, $41 million guaranteed. And his friend, Reggie, nixed the deal. His friend Reggie fucked up the deal. Now, the only reason that the character kept his friend Reggie around was because, he was one of my day ones. Now, we talked about this in the Everybody Can't Go episode. Just because you've known somebody since kindergarten, it doesn't mean that they're still worthy of being in your life. See, us as black men coming from the hood, we generally like to equate loyalty with duration, right? So we look at how long we known somebody and we don't account for how many of those years were terrible, or how the whole damn time you were friends with this dude, he really didn't like you. See, I'm not with this compartmentalizing friendship shit that some people do, where you have friends that, this is my best friend and I can tell him everything, and then this is kind of like my surface friend and I just go to happy hour with, and oh, this is my other friend where I've been a good friend to him, but he's not really a good friend to me, so I can't tell him a lot of shit. No, that's not a friend. If you got to compartmentalize your friendships like that, you don't really have any friends. And for me, I don't compartmentalize friendships. When you learn to pay the ghost as you get older, you learn that walking away from shit, it's always painful, right? Paying the ghost is painful. But you can't allow anybody in your life to stick around in your life and become dead weight. There's an expiration date on that cereal you got in your cabinet, your baby's cereal, right? It ain't no expiration dates on people or certain things in your life. There's no expiration date on relationships, right? So the platonic relationship you might have with somebody, you equate it like, oh, I've known this dude since I was 10 years old and I have to be loyal to them because they've been around this long. I had a friendship like that in my 20s where the friendship was dead at 25 and I kept the bitch around longer than she needed to be, and she was my Reggie. She used me for money. She didn't love me as a friend. She wasn't down for me as a friend. She just seen me as a fucking cash cow. Oh, I ain't got no money right now, so shit. You know, I know Kevin to pay for it. Young guys, if you are watching this right now and you have situations in your life, friendships in your life, right? Maybe you might have habits that you don't like, right? You might have the habit of going to the strip club on a regular basis, and when you go, you spend a shit ton of money. You might have a habit of eating your feelings. I can relate. I've been there most of my life. I literally have just broken that curse in the last couple of years, and I still battle with it. You might have the habit of drinking too much. Paying the ghost ain't just about a friendship or a relationship with a woman or any of that. It's your relationship with anything. You might have a habit that is no longer serving you. The most important decision you'll make as a man outside, number two, outside of who you procreate with, is learning when to walk away from things and people and habits that no longer serve you. Okay? The most successful men in the world know how to pay the ghost. The most successful. I am very quick at this point in my life now to just charge shit to the game. I'm really quick to it now. Like I won't hold on to anything that does not make any sense to me anymore. I don't believe in loyalty based upon duration. Oh, I've known you fucking, 15 years, so I gotta be loyal to you, even though I know you really don't fuck with me like that. Look, man, like I said episodes before, everybody can't go. So if you want to be a successful 1% man, or you are, you can relate to this. You gotta know when to pay the ghost. Because the one thing that'll hold you back from being successful in life, well, two things. Having kids out of wedlock with women that really don't give a fuck about you, talking about liabilities. So who you procreate with is the number one decision you'll make as a young man. And the number two is learning when to pay the ghost. Learning when to charge shit to the game. Quit being loyal to bullshit, fellas. All right? Peace and love.